I'm Jason.
I'm Diggs.
I make software, music, and podcasts.
I connect people, personally and professionally, and I like talking with Jason.
This is the Candy Factory 5x5 podcast.
5 conversations.
5 random topics.
5 minutes each.
When we hear this sound,
we move on to the next topic. Next.
On every episode, we invite a very special guest to join us. And our special guest on today's 5x5, Tony Dastra. Tony, welcome to the program.
It's nice to be here.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm on the city's planning commission currently. That's a new thing for me.
Is that right? For our global audience, Lancaster City.
Yeah, Lancaster City, which is, the most important city on the entire planet. I am the chairperson of the Gold Goose Party, which is something me and my brother are working here locally to build, which is a third-party option.
It's a brand new political party.
Brand new, because we need more, right?
We do.
Yeah.
We just need more politics, people. More politics. And I'm the newest employee team member of the Candy Factory.
That's fantastic. Welcome aboard.
What is the Candy Factory?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Do we make candy? Of course we don't. The Candy Factory is a co-working and social club located right here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the greatest city on the planet, according to Tony Dastra.
Yes, sir.
Membership start at $100 a month. That's a community membership. Basically, it gets you access to this co-working space anytime the doors are open. Monday through Thursday, 8 to 6. Friday, 8 to 5. Saturdays, 9 to noon. I know, everybody.
That's good.
I get mixed reactions to Saturday.
Why?
Because it's like, who wants to work on Saturday?
It's a wonderful time. Just come show up, do the crossword, have a cup of coffee.
It's a great place to just hang out on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Lovely.
about. So anyway, coworkinginlancaster.com. Schedule a tour. You can check out this awesome media studio. You can check out 25,000 square feet
Whoa.
of co-working. Diggs, so nice to see you, my friend.
You too?
Always my pleasure.
Oh.
If you're new to the program, here's how it works. So I have an iPad. His name is Frank. He's sitting right here. Frank is going to dish up 5 random topics. We're going to talk about each topic for 5 minutes. We're going to hear a little jingle. We might do a little dance if you're lucky.
No.
Then we're going to move on to the next topic. That's it.
They get the dance at the top. They don't need mid-show dances. If you're watching on your favorite video provider.
That's right.
I got a name for when I dance.
So, Tony, we're talking politics with you. Politics and a co-working employee. Just to frame this.
Yeah.
Just to frame this conversation where this could go.
Yeah.
Go anywhere.
Here we go.
No
Frank,
tracks on this train.
This is episode 57 of the Candy Factory 5x5 podcast, and we're going to roll right now. Frank, give me topic number 1 of this episode of 5x5.
Oh, my God! No. Turn me back on. I have shit to say.
What is
I
it?
have shit to say.
What is it?
No.
I can't see.
No. It's Chick-Fil-A.
Oh.
So I was just at a zoning hearing board meeting in Manheim Township. Do you know about this? Do you know about
Yeah,
this?
I know about it.
Do you know about me doing this?
You need to calm down. We need to take.
Well, set it
topic
up-
number 1 shouldn't be Chick-fil-A. It should be take a deep breath, Tony.
Okay.
Okay, just take a deep breath.
But set it because you have to start. Don't just start with Manheim. You got to start with the Chick-fil-A at. Okay.
For the members,
Fruitvale Pike.
Yes, I'll set it up because.
thank you. And for the members of our global audience, there's obviously a Chick-fil-A controversy here in Lancaster County. Diggs.
Yes. Okay. So what had happened was there's a Chick-fil-A at this new shopping mall, newish shopping mall shopping center. Thank you. That's, yeah.
Urban Planner over here.
Where it's set up at a point in the intersection where people the turning lanes aren't done properly. So there's only one lane of turning into the Chick-fil-A. It backs up onto a major road called Fruitvale Pike, and it causes all sorts of traffic problems in major during rush hour when people are trying to get home or
It's a
get
nightmare.
to work. It's a nightmare. It turns to I never go that far up Fruitvale in high traffic points. There is a nearby municipality, I guess, that is also trying to put in a Chick-fil-A, and this is where I'll hand over to.
Same one. So this Chick-fil-A is in Manheim Town. The original Chick-fil-A that is causing problems is in Manheim Township. This second one is on the other end of the township. And my frustration is that I have not seen a Chick-fil-A that manages their traffic flow well.
No, they don't. They're not built because they're
Kind of known for that, right?
Yeah.
If they should be like there's so many reasons why somebody shouldn't go to Chick-fil-A, but the reason I don't go is why would I waste my time? Half of it's waiting.
Yeah.
Half of it's waiting. Like Chick-fil-A, if you're listening, and I hope you are listening because I have things to say. Like
The idea that someone from Chick-fil-A would be listening to this podcast just tickles me to no end. But please continue.
So they were proposing, and I think they're still pursuing potentially this new facility located by located on Airport Road in Manheim Township, and they, instead of just going with their typical double drive-through, they're now proposing a triple drive-through. And
All right.
Well, it's they kind of
the idea that that's going to fix the problem.
No, that's fair.
No, it's not going to fix anything.
That's fair.
It's going to just keep making it. Like, when do we come up with a quadruple, quintuple, is it septuple? No, that's 7. Sextuple. I don't know.
Octuple. I don't know where you're going with this, but I know what you're saying.
I'm about to fight him in a nonagon.
We can have 10 there could be 10 Chick-fil-A lanes. It's like your paycheck, right?
Yeah.
No matter how much money you make, you will spend it, right? It will go away. Yeah. It's the same thing. No matter how many lanes of Chick-fil-A they put in, there will be a line. There will be 10 lanes worth of line.
See, I was hoping you were going to say with that paycheck, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
No.
Oh, no.
It just disappears. It just disappears faster and faster.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
All I wanted to know about was the chicken.
Well, so I'll say this. One, I did stop going. I have officially stopped going. I was one of those, unfortunately, folks that didn't really know how, okay. I understand that there are religious folks out there who have deeply held beliefs, but when you infringe on other people's rights, to me, you've gone too far. But that's my opinion. So I don't like the funding priorities of the family that owns Chick-fil-A.
Sure.
If you don't know, look it up. You should know by now.
We'll put a link in the show notes.
If that's not relevant to you,
Well, yeah, true. So now I'll freely admit, before I was fully aware of this situation, I would strategically drive. I went to college in Lancaster and grew up in Brooklyn. I would strategically drive to and from Brooklyn not on a Sunday, so that I could pick up their chicken, either on my way to or from college or New York and back. I don't know what it is, why it's good, because it really has no right to be as good as it is. And it is true, despite the what the family or whoever the ownership stands for, you go in there, they are going to treat you right. It's
great customer service,
amazing customer service.
Will not lie about that.
But yes, I can't support what the family that owns corporate. I do understand that there are some franchisees that say, listen, I'm just in this for the business. I don't actually support what they do. There are some of them are even open on Sunday.
You can separate the art from the artist, the chick from the fillet. I don't know.
Sort of. I mean, you gotta know for sure. It's just not worth it. So
yeah.
All I wanted to know is about the chicken. Is the chicken any good?
It is good.
It's good. Look, it's good, but it's still fast.
Good.
It's still fast food. It's still fast food chicken. And
yes.
And when I look at the line that's 45 minutes long to go through a drive-through to eat a sandwich in my car, I don't feel like that it's worth that.
I just go to Sheetz instead.
I would go to Sheetz. I would go to Sheetz and get an MTO. There's no line.
I'm on record being against that, but in this case, I would. I would agree. I don't so I know if you've heard this before on the show, I apologize. I just don't understand going to a gas station for food. But
Sheetz is so much more than a gas station. We're going to talk about that another time, though.
It's heaven in disguise.
No, it's a gas station.
Wow. Well, topic number. It's officially Sunday, and topic number 1 is closed. It's time to move on to topic number 2 of this episode. It's 5 by 5, which is
well done.
Seinfeld.
Ugh.
Seinfeld.
All right.
Speaking of chicken, you want to talk about chicken?
Talk to me about Seinfeld and chicken.
It's just the what was the name of that chicken joint? There was a chicken joint that opened up outside of Kramer's window, and his apartment turned red. And so he was
I'm going to admit I'm not a Seinfeld fanatic.
Fair enough.
I have not turned it off.
Fair. We could also talk about The Man.
We could. But I've seen, I don't know, several dozen Seinfeld episodes.
Okay.
Are you a fan, Tony?
I can't say that I've probably seen an episode of Seinfeld at some point in my life. Isn't Seinfeld the one where the episodes end with the guy going and doing a stand-up?
They begin and end that way. Yes.
Jerry Seinfeld, yeah. That's the guy.
The
guy with the name that the show's named.
What's his name again?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry what?
Seinfeld. This is the one. All right, we're moving on. So I used to watch Jerry Seinfeld doing stand-up in the 80s. My dad and I were big fans of stand-up, and we were big fans of late-night television.
Oh.
So I
Did the
remember
stand-up come before the show?
Yeah. No. This was like his stand-up.
No,
he was a stand-up guy. Like he was a stand-up comedian, very well known. One of the more well known in the 80s and the early 90s. And then when did that show start? It was like late 80s.
89, 90.
89, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we used to watch him on Johnny Carson and David Letterman, and he was one of my favorites. I just really liked him. So when the show came out, I was pretty excited about it, but I was sort of ending my run watching TV because I was in college and I didn't have a television.
Ah.
And when I went to Tennessee following college, I didn't have any money. And and then I just got out of the habit.
This is turning to the J.G. Whitworth commercial.
So
877 cash now.
Yeah.
But it was it was such a huge show in the 90s. I mean, when it was on live, it was one of those shows.
What was the must-see TV lineup? Wasn't that what? I might need to fact check. I'll fact check
Wait,
that in
can
a second.
J.G. Wentworth hit me because I just sang that? Is J.G. Wentworth coming for their money now?
Yeah, probably.
Well, no. It was Wentworth GJ. So no, they're
Wentworth
not.
GJ.
The YouTube algorithm's going to let that one through.
I think so.
All right.
I think so.
I've seen Seinfeld on Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis, and Cardi B was the other guest.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know what was fake and what was real, but I feel like in the modern day Seinfeld, the man, not the show,
Right.
people just love to really dump on him.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. What was the?
He's just. I'm so. Look, Jerry Seinfeld. May I call you Jerry? If you're listening, just like I expect.
The fact
Chick-fil-A
that Jerry
corporate to
Seinfeld
listen.
would watch this podcast just tickles me to death. I love it.
Be tickled. Be tickled.
Hey, Jer. Go ahead.
Hey, Jer. What's up, bro? Like,
What
why?
did he do?
Yeah, what did Jerry Seinfeld do?
I don't think he did. I think that's the thing. He's just so vanilla. Like,
Oh, yeah. Well, because he's credited with Dadcore. Is that what that's called?
I'm sorry. What?
I didn't make that up. That's
I don't
like
know what it is, but it sounds awesome.
No, it's like
Dadcore.
his shtick, his get up from the show, like the
Oh, gotcha.
jeans, button up, the like tucked in belt, that
Right,
sort
right.
of look.
The button-down shirt tucked
Yeah,
in.
button down shirt. Yeah, the whole thing like that. He's
Light
credited
jeans.
with that, and then like he's I think he's still doing Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Great show.
And yes, most of them are great. some
Yeah,
of
fair
them
enough.
aren't great, but he then sort of brought that look onto Comedians in Cars, but then added like a jacket, like a blazer to it. So then it's like Dadcore 2.0. And like but is he not? Is he vanilla? Yeah, he is vanilla, but he's just Seinfeld. It's like
I don't know. When he went back to doing stand-up again, like in the last, I don't know. I saw some of his
5-6 years he's been.
I saw some of his. The guy's just freaking funny. I mean, he's just such a. I mean, he's just become such an icon.
I think he needed to like recharge after Seinfeld.
Yeah,
though.
totally.
Like I'm glad they didn't immediately go back into stand up. Like
Right.
After the show ended, whenever that was in 98, 99. Because it sort of. But actually, all of them. Well, I think Michael Richards tried to go back into stand up, and then something. This is Kramer. Kramer's the crazy guy with the hair.
Like a
as a
racist tirade.
Yeah, he went off the deep end.
Caught on a cell phone
no.
camera, like not
Yeah.
not a nice one.
No.
Not like an
Oh,
iPhone, but
no.
like on one of those little flip phones.
like a Nokia.
Like a Nokia.
It was grainy, but
It was bad,
But the
dude.
sound was clear.
It was very. clear.
We
You
heard
can
what
hear
he
that
said.
dog whistle.
Oh, it was bad. Yeah,
That's right.
But I'll also give him credit because instead of like trying to sugarcoat it, like he went on Comedians in Cars and was just like, "Yeah, I screwed up.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yeah.
I apologize." Like no equivocation. No like I was tired. I was strung out or whatever. No, it was just like I fucked up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that was planned, but it is what it is.
Favorite character from the show?
Oh, that's hard.
Tony, you haven't watched the show enough.
does-
to have-
yeah.
My favorite character is obviously Jerry Seinfeld.
Clearly.
There you go.
I know you're a big fan.
Huge.
If you had to push me, Elaine.
You like Elaine?
It's got to be Elaine. Like, just because she's just like, without her, like what is the show? Like it's just three dudes.
But aren't they the Beatles? Really? I mean, they're without any of them.
No, because you.
Who could you get rid of off that show?
Maybe Jerry
No,
Seinfeld.
I mean, like I'm saying. Well, actually,
You probably could.
Probably, yeah, because he wasn't.
Would anybody notice?
Probably not. I mean, you would notice now.
Is there an
But
episode without him? Let's find out.
that's a good question.
Great question.
I don't know. Perfect way to end.
If you're on the internet, do whatever you do on the internet to leave a comment and let us know if there's an episode of Seinfeld without Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
But the end credits are rolling on topic number 2, my friends, and it's time to move on to topic number 3, which is pasta.
All right, bet.
You're cheating looking. It's pasta.
Oh.
Yeah, stop cheating. You can't.
Well, I don't have my glasses on. You don't know what I can and can't see.
Are you a fan of pasta? Do you like to eat pasta?
So yes, but I've just recently discovered around these environs that pasta means like pasta is the catch-all for different types of actual pasta, which Lancaster, I love you, but one thing, the chicken pot pie thing again, that's a soup.
Don't you dare.
It's a soup. It is soup. Really? Well, actually, speaking of pasta on that train, like adding pasta to, or whatever pasta you want to call it, to that chicken pot pie
Apologize.
soup.
Apologize.
No.
I just want to say right now, this is the most controversial 5x5 we've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to topics number 4 and 5.
But I love it. I love it. It's going back to the pasta thing. It's just like, I do understand that there is a general catch-up. Like, pasta is a
It's a thing, right? It's like a thing. Noodles.
Yes. But then, like, when I ask specifically what pasta you're using, don't just answer with pasta. That doesn't help. I can't. I don't know what I'm ordering. Then is it spaghetti? Is it a fusilli? Is it
There's a distinct difference between these different pastas.
Yes. Could you imagine a lasagna with spaghetti? But if you just say pasta, what is it?
Well,
it's actually not a bad idea.
Lasagna with spaghetti a different dish?
I'm gonna call my friends at Rosa
Isn't
Rosa.
lasagna Rosa Rosa's Lancaster MVP right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my friends at Rosa Rosa and see if you want to do
Get
a
that spaghetti
lasagna.
Yeah, well, no. So, I guess that's the thing. Is isn't a lasagna a type of pasta? So, isn't a lasagna without
No.
lasagna?
No. Lasagna is a dish with pasta layers, technically. So that's why I'm like, you
What's
can't.
the pasta used in lasagna then?
That's a great question.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. If you
In that
Google
case, I
it and
am
it's
gonna- I
if
am
you
gonna
Google
Google
it and it says lasagna, I'm on a trip, homie.
Our research department is now looking up what kind of pasta is used in lasagna. So Tony's demonstrating this
Spaghetti
confusion
pizza.
with.
Let's talk about pasta. Spaghetti pizza, Rosa Rosa.
Are you a fan?
Oh my! I actually used to work there briefly. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the. I mean, I got it the other. I would say around New Year's, the first time I got I'm all tripped up.
The lasagna pizza.
The lasagna pizza. You guys should try that. Lasagna pizza or spaghetti lasagna. I got the lasagna. I must stop this right now.
Yeah, spaghetti pizza.
The spaghetti pizza from Rosa Rosa. For those of you in our global audience, Rosa Rosa is a pizza shop over on Harrisburg Pike, and they make this dish.
It is I actually had it last night.
Which is a spaghetti pizza. Describe it. It's more like a pie.
Yeah, I mean, it's
more
definitely
like
a pie.
like almost like an apple pie.
That pizza pie.
With spaghetti inside.
So yeah,
Stuffed, almost like a stuffed.
It's got that beautiful top, just like it's some sort of apple pie coming out of Granny's kitchen. But
Right,
Angelo,
it's got the crisscross.
It's
right?
got the crissy crossies. Yes.
it does look like an apple pie. Yeah. What's it?
Wait, is the research department?
No, finish this. I'll come in.
Moral of the story: if you come to Lancaster, you need to go to Rosa Rosa's and get a slice of spaghetti pizza and at least try it. All right, it's not everybody's cup of tea. Like my younger brother doesn't like it as much, but I love it.
Look, that might say there are things about Rosa Rosa that I do love. The baked ziti is fantastic.
Yes.
The baked ziti is we had some the other night.
Yes.
The pizza's great. Like if I'm going to order a pizza, I'm going to order it from Rosa Rosa. But I tried and they have the shirts that say something about spaghetti.
Did you get a slice last night?
Well, there's to get a piece.
Did you get a piece last night?
And they have the spaghetti pizza shirt. So I said, I got to try this thing. And I tried it. And I got to say, it was a 6. It was a 6 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
It was a 6 out of 10 for me. I'm going to get the ziti. It's not like I'm not going to go back to Rosa Rosa. Don't look at me like that.
What?
I'm gonna look at you like that, man. That's a 10. That's a dime piece right
Well, I
there.
want to ask: was it fresh when you got it, or was it reheated?
No, it was fresh. I went up to went through the drive-through.
Oh.
And I got a cheese pizza with maybe a half a pepperoni or something, and then I got the spaghetti pizza. Brought it back to the house. I'm in the neighborhood.
Oh, you got a whole. Okay.
But did you use the sauce?
I did whatever they told me to do.
Did you use the sauce?
There's a sauce.
Yo, if you don't have spaghetti pizza with the sauce, you ain't living.
Or is it a dipping sauce? You're getting culinary tips here.
I will
so
say it's
pay
like
attention.
a dipping sauce, but I will admit I'm a little finicky, so I actually will sometimes even sip the sauce, and then eat the slice to make sure I get that maximum mixture in there. Like, it's a little messy. You know,
You've gone too far.
No.
You've crossed the line.
Sipping the sauce.
You're sipping marinara sauce. Tony Dastra is doing shots of marinara sauce on 5x5.
I mean, there are worse things it could be.
That's true.
So I have an answer.
Bring it back to us.
It is both. For lasagna, to refresh. Lasagna is both the pasta used and the name of the dish that is commonly called lasagna. Also, I did know this. I don't know how to do the differentiation though. Lasagne is the plural that we normally use apparently in the States, and lasagna is the singular.
I just held back a scream.
I appreciate that. What can you tell me what so what we say is lasagna.
Lasagna is in the plural sense, but we say it for everything. A singular lasagna.
What is a singular lasagna?
It's the single sheet.
Oh, a sheet of the pasta, like the actual when you pull it out of the box if you're making it homemade.
Yeah.
And so have the
problem is I can't read phonetic, so I don't know if I'm saying.
I'm not going
right.
to look. No looking. See no evil.
I don't even have a segue. I got so discombobulated when the music came in on that one. So we're moving on to topic number 4 of this
pasta
episode.
Fell off the wall.
Which is sort of in the same vein. It's biscotti.
Oh, is it?
Oh, the little jaunts you get at Starbucks.
Well, it's like isn't it Italian? It's an Italian cookie.
Was at Starbucks. Yeah, it is an Italian cookie.
They sell it at Starbucks.
Yes.
Biscotti's like a long, thin. What you do is you make it like a loaf, and you cut it like a loaf of bread, and it's a crunchy cookie, like an Italian cookie called biscotti.
It's great, and I actually, of course it's at Starbucks because I prefer it when you can dunk it into.
You're a biscotti dunker.
A warm substance, usually coffee for me, or Americano technically.
Warm
to
coffee
be even
substance.
Closer. A warm coffee like substance. Let's go with that. That's what I was actually trying to say. What I don't like, if I'm going to be honest, is when there's too much because you can leave like the frosting layer or like I don't know sprinkly things or seeds. I don't like it with the seeds. Like that's just
okay.
Because then if you dunk it into the coffee, then the seeds end up falling into.
Those are just nutrients for later.
I'm gonna say that I agree with you. In my experience with biscotti, a lot of it has ended up in the coffee, and there's been like a layer of remnants,
yes,
or biscotti residue at the top. Like in theory, it's a fantastic idea. There was a place over in Walnut, Anita's. I don't think it's there anymore. It's a bakery, and they specialize in biscotti. My friend Randy B and I would go over there. When I say we'd go over there, I mean we went like twice, and we would get the biscotti and we would dip it in the coffee. And plus, a lot of people in my family have made biscotti over the years.
See this dipping issue?
And I would dip it.
You don't have it when you drink.
When you do shots of the marinara.
I mean, it's the same phenomenon. We're talking about the same issue here.
Sort of.
No, we were talking about the exact same thing. You don't want to ruin the purity of what you're drinking, or
Yeah, it's different with marinara sauce.
No.
Absolutely.
It's a coffee-like substance.
No, listen to me. With the marinara sauce, the instructions that come with the spaghetti pizza are to put the marinara sauce on the pizza.
Oh, do they have an instruction sheet?
Yeah, there's a manual that comes with it.
I'm sorry. Yellow flag. We can't go back to a previous topic. We gotta.
I'm sorry, audience.
Come on.
So you're okay. I'll stop that thought, and I would just say I'm not going to pour my coffee onto the biscotti. We are dipping the biscotti into the coffee, which is what it's kind of known for.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I find maybe there's like, it's possible that there's like a purist, sort of an original or traditional biscotti that doesn't crumb.
Well, I don't dip. I don't do that
at all.
Like, so
you just crunch it?
When I, for example, when I enjoy a granola bar at the Candy Factory, and you have to stop by, I will enjoy my granola bar, and then like I'll bite the granola bar and take a sip of coffee. Mm-hmm. Like it. Not going back to any topics. It's the same concept though. Like
that's something we previously discussed. So we can say that.
Like I
just made up that rule.
You can't. Oh, you just made up that
rule.
It's
never been a rule.
I'm sorry.
There's no rules.
I didn't mean that.
It's 5x5 for crying out loud.
No, but I feel you. I feel you when it comes to the granola and the coffee.
I feel lied to and betrayed.
That I apologize.
There's a lot of controversy in this episode. I love it.
It's great. It's the controversial show.
I'm here to break the microphone and break your screen.
So,
But you know that I feel that. I also just had a thought in terms of like in Europe, most coffee is like actually like like if you're ordering coffee, you're getting an espresso shot. So in theory, if you're getting the biscotti with it, there's less
to
volume to then
pour the
lose
espresso on the biscotti.
You're really just
in that case that could work.
You're really just doing a little stir.
Yeah,
just a little stir.
There's not a lot of time for detritus.
If I walk into a coffee shop and say, if I walk into a coffee shop, it's like Paris, and I ask for coffee, will I get espresso?
I can't speak to Paris.
All right, well,
I didn't
UK,
have
the UK.
You will get because of your accent, you actually might get
like
drip.
Real coffee.
You might get drip, but they'll look at you funny
because of my accent.
No, because they don't respect it.
Oh.
I can't blame them.
You know, if I butchered an English accent, I would get.
Well, I feel like if we only could, so we just had a wonderful woman who grew up in England on the show a couple episodes ago. If only we could drop her in right now. Her name's Mabel. Go back and listen. It's 55, I believe.
55.
If only we could drop her in to explain this. But because I got yelled at when I was over there once, and I truly wanted an Americano because that's normally what I order. Like in our sense, the espresso and hot water.
Yeah, sure.
But when I said Americano in London, they wanted to give me drip coffee because
it's
my
American.
accent.
Because it's American.
Yes, and I was like, no, I want espresso and hot water. I was like, well, that's coffee. I'm like, what?
Oh.
Yeah. So I had to keep. I kept.
They have a different Americano.
Yes, it's it's not
like a United Kingdomano.
Right, but they would assume. No, there isn't.
Should be.
It should be. But no, so they just assume if you're American, like at least in London, this has happened to me. If I said coffee, they would assume I meant their version of Americano.
I'm just gonna be grateful if I ever ask. Like, thank you, sir.
Also, like they're a tea drinking culture, so like
right,
they
teetotalers.
I feel like I'm sorry.
Well, this cup is empty, even though the topic was biscotti.
Yeah.
The crumbs, all the crumbs have shed from the biscotti
into the coffee.
For topic number 4, we're on to topic number 5, which is, Oreos.
Ooh, well, I don't dunk them in coffee, so I think
we've stayed on food. We're in the kitchen for this episode, and we are now talking about a cookie. Because I was gonna ask about cookies.
Okay,
so it's a perfect segue. Mm-hmm. Do you dip cookies? Biscotti's like a cookie, right? It's like a long, thin cookie.
Yes.
So let's go to Oreos. Let's go to cookies. Do you dip an Oreo?
Are you a Oreo milk dunker dipper?
It's honestly been a minute, but
since you've had an Oreo.
Actually, yes. Since I've had an Oreo, because there's too much just straight up sugar in those. Like, just like that.
They're not what they used to be. They're not what they used to be.
My sugar addiction's not what it used to be.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Maybe, I don't know. But I will dip a cookie in milk because like that milk is basically a meal. Like the coffee isn't really a nutrient thing. Like the milk though, I'm like, all right, sweeten the milk.
Oh, I see.
Like there's a whole different phenomenon there. Like, you know, there's levels to this, all right? There's layers to this.
Well, you're not dipping into a drink, but you're dipping into a drink that is more meal-like.
I'm preparing the milk by dipping the cookie, but the coffee is already prepared.
Yeah, what cookies
are we talking about?
Any cookie that I like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well,
okay.
Share
what cookies do you like? Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'll eat like a chocolate chip or a macadamia nut cookie.
Okay. See, I just don't. So, like, I have a cutoff. Like, I feel like there's that trope of dunking like chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
And so, truly, my brain, when you said cookies, I just went straight chocolate chip and that's it. But like, I can't think of like a Milano as a cookie. I don't see myself dunking that in the milk or
no.
No.
Is that like the Pepperidge Farm?
Mm-hmm. Like any of that Pepperidge Farm stuff, except for chocolate chip, obviously. Like, I feel like
you're not dipping.
No, I just want to.
How about Girl Scout?
Ooh, the coconut cookies. Oh man, if you have a coconut anything, like
you dipping Girl Scout?
No, I'm not dipping the Girl
Scout.
Scout.
No, you just like it.
Oh, you're not.
Like those are cookies that I will eat on their own. Like coconut cookies, it almost seems like anything coconut topped. Like those cupcakes we had at the Candy Factory yesterday. You should come stop on by.
Coworkinginlancaster.com. Schedule a tour.
Absolutely. You can see my face in real life.
He won't yell at you.
Well, I might yell, but I won't yell at you.
Depends
Well,
on what you
that's-
bring up. I mean, if you're like, I just got back from
Don't
Chick-Fil-A.
walk in with Chick-fil-A.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Boil over.
What was
So
it?
Girl Scout cookies.
yeah.
Girl Scout cookies.
Oh yeah. No, I like coconut top stuff. If it's a chocolate-based cookie, I tend to dip it in milk. Like that just seems to be the thing. But if it's a
okay.
coconut something,
That's a fair.
yeah, like coconut's honestly a really appealing thing for me.
All right, bringing it back to Oreos. Double stuff, regular stuff, or thins? Diggs.
Regular, but I actually they're the thins. Is thins the they're like the
Oh no, there's the micro ones. There's the little mini ones too. But the thins are the. I think it's a relatively new phenomenon.
Okay.
And it's a super thin Oreo.
Oh, so I like the thin micro ones because those are just like
Damn.
you could just like.
Yeah, you could make a bowl of cereal out of those.
Well, there was Oreo cereal. That was a thing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
there was.
I don't know if it's still a thing,
I'm
but
not sure.
it was too much.
Sounds like it is by default.
Tony, if you brought it back to Oreos, I know it's been a while. Double stuff, regular stuff, or thins?
So I guess to tether the Girl Scout concept in here, I really do like thin mint Oreos.
I thought that's where that was
Yeah,
going.
this is going thin mint.
Yeah.
Them thin mints.
See, I'm a double
They're
stuff
mint.
guy. I'm a double stuff
It's
guy.
just too much.
No, bring it.
Ugh.
Bring.
Just,
I cut that shit with a knife.
the ratio's off. Like I
Yeah,
just
no.
no.
Give it more. I do triples. I would do quadruple stuff.
I
would
just
do-
like the stuff.
I would do an Oreo that's this thick. I love it.
Would you do an Oreo club? Like, would you add another like layer
What
of?
the hell? Now I'm
Like a
imagining
club- like a-
mayonnaise in there.
Oh no.
wrong with-
I like what you're saying though with a club cookie.
Yeah.
Where you have you know how a club sandwich has like the ham and the turkey and then there's a slice of bread in between and it's a different. What if you made like a club cookie that had like a chocolate chip on the outside and you had an Oreo in the middle? Yeah, right. Like
Now that.
and you layered and you made it really big, like the size of a pie.
That sounds like too much.
No, it sounds awesome.
That
I
sounds
mean,
like too
that's
much.
diabetes in a
Yeah.
in a pan. Diabetes.
So we're Americans.
'Cause, yeah. Listen, we will keep Wilford Brumley alive for in perpetuity. I hope you're still alive, to be honest, because I love those commercials.
because they're watching too.
But right, yeah. But that's a hospital visit. That's you're in a sugar coma. That's
That's a loss of a foot right there.
well,
yeah.
I'm lobbying for club cookies.
I think
Layers of cookies.
But like, would you start mixing? So like you said, chocolate.
I'm mixing for variety.
I'm okay
here.
with that.
I think you could find. Now, I'm not saying that all the combinations are going to work, right? This is like you're going to have to do some research, and
it's cookieology. This is what Cookie Monster.
it's exactly what Cookie Monster wanted.
He's a veggie
It's
monster.
the science of cookies.
I love it.
The crumbs have reached the floor
They have.
on this
And
episode
that's
of
the
5.
way the cookie
That's
crumbles.
it on this episode of 5 by 5. That's the fastest 25 minutes of podcasting.
Ding.
Does it feel like it just started to you? I feel like we're still on topic number 1.
I'm stuck on the Chick-fil-A.
Thank God we're not on topic number 1. 'Cause that got
Time
pretty
passed
tense.
very
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
Tony Dastra, it's my pleasure to have you on the program.
Oh, we're still filming. Hi.
Yeah, thank you so much for being
And
here.
bye.
Glad you're at the Candy Factory. You know, it's not his first rodeo at the Candy Factory.
That's true.
Years ago, Tony was a member of the Candy Factory. Now he's helping to sail the ship.
Yes.
As
That
it
job is why I study urban planning.
Front desk, you come into the Candy Factory, the first face you're going to see, at least if it's before 12:30 on weekdays, is going to be Tony Dastra.
This is true.
Thanks for
12:30 Eastern.
yeah, Eastern time. GMT. What's that GMT?
5:30.
5:30.
Yeah.
Up until 5:30 GMT. You can catch Tony weekdays. It sounds like a TV show.
It does.
Weekdays on TCF.
Maybe it should be. Maybe it
Tony
should be.
Dastra at the
There we
Candy
go.
Factory. Hey, thanks everybody for checking us out. If you're probably on the internet right now, so do whatever you do when you're on the internet by clicking things, leaving comments, subscribing on whatever platform you're watching us or hearing us on. We'd really appreciate it.
We would.
Click the button, do the thing.
Do the thing.
Perfect.
And we will catch you next time on 5 by 5.
Bing bong.
The Candy Factory 5x5 podcast is produced at So Good Media Studio at the Candy Factory.
A co-working and social club located in downtown Lancaster, PA.
The show is hosted by Jason Mundock and Robert Diggs, with music by John Chin.
Yeah. He's a really cool guy.
Follow us on the socials at So Good Lancaster.
Find 5x5 and all of our shows at sogoodlancaster.com.
So good.
Lancaster!